Imagine a business process outsourcing company, or a BPO. You've got a file clerk whose only job is to search for documents, and you have a senior analyst who actually reads, evaluates, and categorizes those documents. Well, today we're focusing on how to build that analyst. We're looking at authoring and configuring custom prompts in topics, which is an absolutely essential skill for the AB 620 exam.
Topic: Generative answers versus prompts.
Think of generative answers as that file clerk. The clerk basically asks, hey, what does our content say? And then fetches it right from your configured knowledge bases. But custom prompts, those are your analyst. They execute very specific, defined instructions on supplied input. You use them when you need the AI to actually analyze, classify, or summarize data that you hand directly to it, rather than just having it search for answers out in the wild on its own.
So the crucial point is understanding when to use this for the AB 620 exam. You're going to require custom prompts when you need specific output structures, like a strict classification label, or when you need reasoning that is completely isolated from retrieval, or even when you need specialized model capabilities. The data flows perfectly from input to output. Topic data goes in, the custom prompt processes it, and a structured output comes out. Let's move on and see how we actually build this.
Topic: Building in Prompt Builder. What is building in Prompt Builder?
Building in the Prompt Builder is a lot like handing a highly detailed standard operating procedure to a brand new legal assistant. Let's look at this legal review scenario with Woodgrowth Bank. We're giving the AI its exact rules of engagement. Analyze the following contract clause and classify it. Now notice the clause text sitting there in brackets. That's our input variable. It makes these instructions completely reusable. The rules stay fixed, but the exact clause passed into that placeholder changes dynamically at runtime.
The workflow here is incredibly structured. You just add your input variable, write your instructions, test them out, and hit save. Now, climbing up to the exam logic. Step 3 is critical. Testing with edge cases right here in the prompt builder is mandatory. Why? Well, because fixing a logic issue here in the builder is vastly easier than trying to diagnose a total failure during a live user conversation. Always test the weird, unexpected inputs. Now, let's figure out what engine actually drives this prompt.
Topic: Selecting the right model. Selecting the right model is basically a game of logistics. The prompt builder defaults to GPT 4.1 Mini. Think of that as your nimble courier bike. It's fast, great for basic tasks, and it's billed at a basic Copilot credit rate. But if you have complex tasks, you got to step up to a general model, which is more like a delivery van billed at a standard rate. And for heavy, nuanced decision-making, you need the freight truck. That's a deep reasoning model like GPT-5, and it's billed at a premium rate. For the AB 620 exam, you absolutely must understand this equation. You are constantly matching the task to the model capabilities to find that perfect cost-to-performance ratio. For example, Woodgrowth Bank's complex legal clauses probably need a general or deep model to be truly accurate. You're required to test candidates to find the exact right balance between the output quality you need and the Copilot credits you're going to consume. But what happens if those standard models just aren't enough?
Topic: Connecting Microsoft Foundry. Okay, let's dive into this. Imagine you need a super specific, niche skill that your standard in-house team lacks, so you bring in a highly specialized external consultant. That is exactly what Microsoft Foundry is for. If the standard models aren't enough, Foundry lets you plug in over 1,800 different models like Llama or DeepSeek. To do this in the prompt builder, you need 3 critical pieces of information: the exact deployment name, the base model name, and you have to ensure it aligns perfectly with your organization's data loss prevention or DLP policies.
The process is pretty straightforward. The agent calls Foundry, connects to the frontier model, and brings back the result. But here are the major AB 620 exam pitfalls you really need to memorize. Bringing your own model introduces completely separate Azure costs outside of your standard Copilot credits. Furthermore, these connections must strictly adhere to Power Platform DLP policies set by your administrators in the Admin Center. Governance is absolutely key here. Okay, now that we have our prompt and our model, let's wire the whole thing up.
Topic: Adding prompts to topics. Integrating a prompt is basically like setting up a giant logistics sorting machine that automatically routes packages to different conveyor belts based on their scan labels. First, you add your saved prompt as a tool node right within your conversation flow. Second, you map the topic variable holding the text, something like topic.clause input, straight into that clause text input variable we set up earlier. Finally, you capture the AI's plain text output into a brand new variable, like topic.classification result, so your downstream nodes can sort it.
And this brings us right to the architectural reasoning for the exam.
By placing a condition node immediately after your tool node, you completely automate your workflow routing based on the AI's output. If the classification result comes back as flagged, the condition automatically routes it over for human escalation. But if it comes back as standard, it just triggers an automated acknowledgement. The agent is doing all the intelligent sorting for you, right there on the spot.
So, are you just searching for answers, or are you structuring intelligent reasoning into your agent's workflow?